Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, everyone. You're watching 7 minutes of nonstop local news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal. I'm Renee Summerhour, and thank you for watching 7 at 7 a.m. for Tuesday, February 23rd. Let's get started with our top stories this morning, sponsored by Carnegie Heights. A Las Vegas man linked to anti-government activist Ammon Bundy has been arrested for allegedly threatening the lives of a police detective and a prosecutor. 32-year-old Joshua Martinez, who runs Bundy's People Rights Network in Nevada, faces stalking and harassment charges. He is being held on $1 million bail. Martinez is accused of making social media threats against the prosecutor, who got a felony gun conviction against him in 2019, and a Metro detective who handles domestic terrorism cases. A Nevada Assemblywoman from Las Vegas is proposing that the state get rid of summary evictions. The Review-Journal's Jen Ah explains. Hey, Jen.
Well, Renee, getting rid of summary evictions means it would be harder for property owners to evict their tenants, and they would have to follow all the formalities of a full-on trial. After the pandemic hit, the number of summary evictions filed in Las Vegas climbed a whopping 79% in November of last year compared to that same month the year before. A month later, in December, the governor reinstated a ban on evictions to help those struggling renters out. However, that order is set to expire soon. And so this Las Vegas Democratic lawmaker, Selena Torres, wants to eliminate summary evictions altogether.
When Governor Steve Sisolak's first eviction moratorium lifted last October, the state saw a spike in summary evictions, and some are concerned that the same thing could happen when his latest eviction moratorium lifts at the end of March.
For the full story, search summary evictions on our webpage. Renee, back to you.
Las Vegas roads hosted their first driverless test of autonomous vehicles. Motional, a joint venture of Aptiv and Hyundai, drove its cars on area roads this month. Review-Journal reporter Mick Akers tells us more.
The ultimate goal with this is they hope to bring in the driverless vehicles into the Lyft system and have an autonomous robo-taxi system going in through not just Las Vegas, but multiple cities across the U.S. and then eventually the world. So they hope this, first test drive here in Las Vegas with no safety driver is the kickoff to that.
Today, as Major League Baseball gets spring training started, Las Vegas is celebrating the 3rd anniversary of a special moment in its baseball history. Review-Journal videographer Michael Quine takes us there.
3 years ago, on February 23, 2018, community leaders and city officials broke ground on the Las Vegas Ballpark. The $150 million 10,000-seat stadium quickly began taking shape in downtown Summerlin, next door to City National Arena. Less than 14 months later, on April 9, 2019, Las Vegas Aviators fans filled the park for the AAA season opener against the Sacramento River Cats. In 2019, the Las Vegas Ballpark was voted BaseballParks.com's Baseball Park of the Year, and the Las Vegas Aviators named Team of the Year, the first time an organization has shared both awards in a single year.
In your health news, sponsored by 4M Dental, Love Your Smile Again, the Southern Nevada Health District said it will start administering first doses of the COVID-19 vaccine again by midweek. Thousands of vaccine doses have been delayed by severe weather that impacted much of the country last week, but those doses were delivered to the district on Monday morning. Limited appointments will be available at Cashman Center this Wednesday and Saturday for anyone who is eligible. The district said another delivery of the first dose is due to arrive later this week. Now a look at our local weather forecast, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino and Spa. Spring will be here early this week as a high-pressure ridge keeps Las Vegas weather conditions mild, according to the National Weather Service. The forecasted high for Tuesday will be sunny skies with a high of near 74 degrees. For the rest of your week, temps will stay in the mid-70s and stay around until about Wednesday. Then temperatures will begin to fall back down into the 60s. Overnight lows in the mid to low 40s. In your business news, sponsored by the Vegas Chamber, experts say Las Vegas is poised to become the capital of esports in North America. The HyperX Esports Arena at Luxor says viewership for some of its online content is up 1,000% from pre-pandemic levels. The arena started holding in-person events again in June and now hosts 3 or 4 tournaments every week. A Caesars Entertainment executive says the company is in talks about putting on new events and that it sees sustainable opportunity in esports wagering.
Sports, sponsored by Scenic Brewing Company. Marc-Andre Fleury recorded his third shutout to help the Golden Knights defeat the Colorado Avalanche 3-0 on Monday at Ball Arena in Denver. Monday's victory split the series between the two teams at 2 games apiece. The Golden Knights are now 11-4-1 with 23 points on the season and are now ahead of the St. Louis Blues for first place in the West Division.
I'm sure we'll both go back and look and see what worked and what didn't work, and I think we see him again in about a month.
With the latest in sports betting, I'm Cassie Soto. Less than 3 weeks before Selection Sunday, Michigan represents the largest liability at Las Vegas sportsbooks to win the 2021 NCAA tournament. The Westgate took a $500 wager to win $50,000 on the Wolverines at 100-1 odds and a $500 bet to win $40,000 on them at 80-1 odds. Michigan also is a 6-figure liability at William Hill. The third-ranked Wolverines are now the 7-1 third choice at both books behind number 1 Gonzaga and number 2 Baylor.
In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Get Healthy Clark County, County Commissioner Tick Segerbloom helped reopen the fitness room on Monday at the Hollywood Recreation Center on South Hollywood Drive. The fitness room was renovated with new flooring and additional exercise stations. It was also expanded by nearly 1,200 square feet to prevent overcrowding.
This is by far the best fitness room in the county because not only do you have great equipment, but you have a fantastic view. So this is a really inspiring thing.
In your entertainment news, sponsored by Las Vegas Motor Speedway, a colorful show on the Las Vegas Strip is planning a holiday return. Columnist John Katzlamidas explains.
Absinthe is coming back in time for St. Patrick's Day. It reopens on March 17th. It'll be playing Wednesdays through Sundays at Caesar's Palace. And on April 1st, this show turns 10 years old, and it made it back on stage in time for its 10th anniversary. A remarkable Las Vegas success story.
Well, that's all for today, 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. Remember to tell your friends that we're bringing you 7 minutes of fresh, nonstop local news at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. weekdays at lvrj.com and the RJ mobile app. You can also find us on Roku, Facebook, and so much more. Hope you can join us again this evening for 7 at 7 p.m. Thank you for watching.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.